call this start of the new training run, maybe. We'll just call it training. Not quite sure what we'll call it. We'll come up with a name for it. However, we have a training week in the books. Let's call it the first official one back in Brizzy. And we can tell you the jet lag is real. To be honest, I figured I'd feel like crap. I figured things would feel pretty fucking heavy this week. So this was definitely the no plan training. Plus you're also juggling the being back at work-life balance, more work, less time for anything else. Little daughter cooked with jet lag as well. So mummy and daddy not getting anywhere near the word we could describe quality sleep. So what do we do this week? Well, number one, we are finished the comp. The goal we set out to do, didn't hit 300, but did compete at Worlds, which is super cool. However, we are goalless, which for me, and like most others, not very good. No goal, no reason, no purpose to drive me not only to the gym, but also when in the gym, give me a reason to really want and squeeze out a little bit more. So I start using this time post-comp to really start thinking about what I want to do and what to do next, and really try and jump on that quick. I don't need to start committing to numbers or what I want to do, so to speak, but I do definitely start thinking about what's next. So for me, I want to do Worlds again. We're going as a crew. It's meant to be in America, most likely Chicago. I enjoy doing the deadlift. I'm somewhat disappointed I didn't bench over there because, man, there's a lot of fucking people benching. So next time we'll have a bench as well, which I think would be super cool because I haven't really focused on pressing off the chest for quite a while. My best bench is, I think it's 150 something in a comp. My best bench in the gym is 160, so it would be kind of cool if we could beat that. And it'll give me a bit of a reason to get after the bench as well, as I definitely haven't done that this year, that's for sure. And then on top of that, we'll definitely deadlift over there because we really like deadlifts. I didn't pull the 3 last time. Would I like to have another shot at it? Absolutely. We'd like to have another shot at it. We're going to tweak and change a few things to try and make that possible. Now, I definitely don't want, if possible, to make Worlds the next comp that I do. I would like to definitely do a tune-up comp, let's call it, or even do something a little bit sooner, so I've got something to focus on a bit sooner. The juggle of the coach is a lot of my crew do all the comps that are floating around, so it makes it hard for me to pick something that'll suit me. And then of course I don't feel ready mentally to be cranking it and pounding away too hard just yet, so I need to make sure I pick something a little bit further away. I know the Capo's got something in June at Reba, so I might have a crack at that one. That one's a 3 lift. Definitely will obviously squat because it's a 3 lift. Probably stay in the sleeves, and don't think I'll do the wraps. Can't be bothered with that. Don't have the time to want to commit. Plus, don't want to have to always require a team to be around me to have to push knee wrap training. So happy to just push along my raw squat. My best is the 227.5, so it would be kind of cool to push past that if possible. I always thought my squat was there. And then if I am to reflect on the last training run, which is always very important when considering the new training, one of the things you did well, the things that you need to do better at, is that I do think my squat was potentially not enough. My leg strength wasn't there to be able to get that weight moving off the ground that I want, so I need to bring that up. So having a comp with a squat in there will be good because it'll help me focus on that for a little while, being June, so we can focus on bringing that squat up as well. Plus also, a bit of a big one, want to get a little fitter, lose a little of this body fat as well. Don't want to commit to a weight class or anything like that, but if I was to throw it out there, probably a 110. I sit around, I got weighed in at 116, 117, so if we can trim 5, 6, 7 kilos of body fat off in the meantime, that'd be cool. Work on some fitness, do some circuity style stuff in the training. But anyway, this week, let's call it restorative training week. That way it sounds like it's really well thought out and connected. However, mate, when I just went to the gym, moved some things, didn't have a lot of time for it, did what was there. Check it out. 3, 2, 1, go. That was the call on this session. It was Tuesday night. We set a clock down for 20 minutes of training. I'm absolutely toasted with jet lag, upside down, not sleeping right. So I thought we'd just bang out a sesh late at night, see if we could help us sleep, and it helped. And it was a nice little first one back in the gym, nothing exciting, just got moving. Wednesday was our first full, I guess you could call it, training session in the gym. Again, we're super tired, not feeling great, not as motivated just yet. I reckon that'll come next week, but all we're doing in this session is just putting plates on bars, seeing how they feel, seeing what the right weight is today. Very aware we do have jet lag fatigue, post-comp fatigue, all those things will take some time to get rid of, so there is no rush on pushing kilos. With 3 plates here, have a look at this. We did maybe overreach a little. 4 reds, let's pretend there's 10 reds. That was fucking tough, and we left it there. For me, the other thing I'm doing on a week like this, or even next week again, if we're feeling a bit flat, is just feeling out all the exercises, having a play, thinking about what I need for myself to rock in and to create a nice training program. I do quite enjoy conventional for strength building, so that will feature quite heavily. Now, the sumo, the overhaul, or at the very least, we're just going to muck around with things a little bit. Conventionally, my sumo, I think our foot stance has been a little bit close, quite successful in that position. However, now that we're starting things again, there is an opportunity to strip it all back and have a muck around with it. I'm flexible, I'm mobile enough to stand wider in my sumo. This will put a lot more effort into the legs off the floor, which I like the idea of, and of course, aka cheating, shortens the range of movement. It will make the movement a little bit more skillful required, being able to maintain those hips nice and open. As you'll see in this video coming up, they do collapse slightly in a little bit as it comes off the floor and locks out, but that's okay. That's something we can work on. At the very least, there is no bad exercise, I think, just bad timing. And this is that far away from competition. This is not bad timing. This is great timing to muck around and just play with things a little bit. At the very least, we'll be just training some muscles and some different movements. Checking out some of the accessories, the old leg press, cranking along, the seated face pull. Big fan of this one. Now, the other thing that needs prioritising, as well as just changing things up a little bit, is looking after the body. For me, that is the shoulder, that is the knee. My training sessions will feature a lot of not that exciting things, like banded one-legged squats, and sitting face pulls, and shoulder retraction drills, and all the dull, boring stuff that needs to be done. If I do it all now, make those things and continue the progress we had from last year, make everything stronger and feeling good, we'll be able to lift the heavy stuff. It should be good. Now, Zerchi's, big fan of the Zercher squat. Don't need a lot of weight to start with. We will definitely see this one feature in there. What I like about it's front loaded, forces me to brace a lot more, challenges the upper back a fair amount, and there's something cool about just holding weight and moving it. I'm aware once the weight gets on the bar, they do definitely suck. So we'll see what we can do with it. Big opportunity, I think, reflecting on the previous training run, is pulling a second time per week. We didn't do it last training run. I did consider it and think about it throughout it. However, it definitely left it too late in the game to be able to do it. So I figure if we start with a second pull through the week at the start of the training run, as we get deeper and deeper into it, I will have the fitness for pulling twice a week, which will be very important, and we'll just muck around with some variations. Now, I thought I would throw in there what my squat looks like at the start of the training run. It is horrible. It feels yuck. It feels gross. I have no sleeves on. I'm also obviously a bit tired with the jet lag and fatigue. The knee feels gristly and gross. One of the things I need to be very mindful of is challenging my body through nice big full ranges of movement and keep that knee moving nicely. This stuff doesn't feel good at the time, but it always feels good after, getting good blood flow and things through the joints there. So we'll see a lot more of this stuff through my training block. We'll just muck around with foot stances. I wouldn't mind getting good at a Cossack. That would be kind of cool. Do want to get nice and more mobile to complement that sumo in that wider stance. And also, like I said, we got ideas of maybe pushing that squat. So I need to make sure the old knee is not my limiting factor in what I can squat come June. Whoa, that was gross. And some single leg stuff. Gonna put lots of single leg work in where possible in the training block. anything simple like a leg extension like that, hand curl, single leg, and then all the body weight options, the split squats and lunges and all that kind of stuff, step ups. Throw that all in there. The training program will have lots of this stuff and some heavy stuff. Look forward to it. See you all.